What's Innovation Pavilion? Where are we at?
So Innovation Pavilion, the best way to describe this is that we are a mall or a marketplace for innovation and entrepreneurship. We're in three key areas. First is standing up niche entrepreneurial ecosystems. The second is best practices in corporate innovation, particularly disruptive innovation, and how large companies can connect to outside innovation ecosystems and entrepreneurial ecosystems. The third part of what we do is the transformation of education and training. We're part of the national movement that believes that the education system is completely broken, particularly the debt burden on young people. And for way too many young people who are graduating from college with piles of debt and with no real skills to allow them to make a living to pay down that debt. So way too many of them are finding themselves as indentured servants of a bank for the rest of their lives. As you know, the college debt cannot be relieved even through bankruptcy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this is really an unfortunate situation, and in my opinion, the biggest challenge that our nation faces, because we're really compromising the future of our next generation.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, I graduated with an MBA with $100,000 worth of student loan shakers, and then later I found a startup accelerator, and that cost 1/100th of the price. Founder Institute cost $1,000, and that shit changed my life.
Well, wait a second. So compare that education of 3 months or 6 months with the 4 years. How would you rate the two?
Well, I'd compare it. The MBA took me just under a year and a half. So let's compare to that, because undergrad I did psychology, and then the graduate school was just under a year and a half full time, and the startup accelerator was part time for about 4 months. And the value of this startup accelerator, for what I'm interested, entrepreneurship, tech startup, shaking hands, was just more than a tenfold value for 1/100th of the price.
Yeah.
You can't deny it.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. So I agree with you. You know, that what you guys are doing here in Galvanize, I think, is we need it. The country needs it.
I tell you, it's so many people out there in denial. We with a bunch of other people, we've started this website called Score My School, and we are expanding this now to people such as yourselves to come in and tell their story of, hey, here's a school I went to, here's the debt I collected, and here's my reality today.
Love
And so that the young people of tomorrow, they can be better prepared that if they're going to sign up for debt, they had better think it through 10 times.
Yeah.
It's not easy to pay down that debt.
Mm-mm.
And for too many people, it takes 10, 20, 30 years to do that.
Yeah.
If indeed they are lucky enough to get those kinds of jobs that allow them to do that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So what do you recommend? I mean, the mid 20-year-old or early 30-year-old that went through college, you know, I received a lot of pressure to kind of go the traditional route.
Sure.
I mean, you already told us about the debt. That's probably the biggest one. But I mean, you know, I got a lot of pressure. You know, go through school, get a job, pay off debt, save up for retirement. But instead, no, I maxed out $85,000 on credit cards once. That was pretty good. Luckily, we didn't have to go to bankruptcy with that. But what do you recommend? I mean, I don't think that's fair. Would it be fair to ask everyone to have that type of risk tolerance to do what you really want to do in life? And you just get pushed to that route. How do you?
So we've been working on this for a while, and in our viewpoint, education system has to change. First and foremost, K through 12 has to change. Most people tell me, well, K through 12 is free, that's not putting you through debt, why are you targeting them? So I say it's true that they don't put you in debt, but they lead you to debt. Because every high school you go to, the biggest thing they'll talk about themselves is how many students they send to college. Mm-hmm. What percentage of students are going to college? The ones that have a 100% ratio are, oh my God, the heroes of the world. Mm-hmm. So I say is that's not the role of high school. Mm-hmm. That's not the role of K through 12 to send you to college. Their role is to prepare you for life. And our viewpoint is that's what K through 12 education needs to become. To provide skills that have a market value while you are in high school. So we are promoting a program of apprenticeship in which kids should start working in a real work environment starting 9th grade. We launched a pilot with Douglas County School District and with the STEM school in Highlands Ranch last year, and we're expanding that pilot. Organizations such as Douglas County School District and STEM school, incredibly progressive, they're buying into this concept, and this year we're massively expanding that project.
Wow.
So that kids start to get real life experience. We have, with the help of some colleagues from STEM school, we've redefined what STEM means. STEM, the abbreviation was science, technology, engineering, and math. We have repurposed it to science, technology, entrepreneurship, and mastery.
Yes. Yes.
So entrepreneurship is obvious, and you, I know, are very passionate about that subject, but mastery, we think, is equally important. What that means is, while in high school, you learn some skills to a depth that you can then earn a living while you continue on the path of higher education. So the first step is that our recommendation is that you work while you're getting higher education, so you're not getting into debt. Second thing, we're putting pressure on the system to reduce the cost of education. And a lot of progressive universities and progressive leaders in education are working on this problem, and I know within 5 years, this thing is going to change. That we're going to have a system that at a lower cost provides higher education. It is starting to happen already.